They say that somewhere in Africa, elephants have a secret grave where they go to lie down and burden their wrinkled grey bodies and sow away light spirits at the end. For those in Kenya, the story is different. For in numbers they are felled by their guns, their casques, their tusks. Rhinos too are under threat, paying an undue and violent price for their horn. According to the United Nations reports, the rhino horn is worth more than its weight in gold. It is the crave for their trophies in the East that is now a threat to the Kenyan elephants and rhinos. Paul Mbugua, the KWS spokesman, says according to available records, 30 rhinos were killed in 2012 and the country lost 59 rhinos to poachers last year. And in the same period, Kenya lost a total of 584 elephants. The numbers, according to KWS, keep going up despite punitive legislation put in place to deter the vice. Mbugua is of the view that poaching and dealing in ivory and rhino horn should not be treated as a wildlife matter alone, but as an intertwined syndicate of organized crime.
These players include poachers. Poachers is the smallest guy in the chain. The chain includes several levels of middlemen. And then at the far end, we have a kingpin. Kingpins are those guys who have a lot of resources, monetary resources. And we don't know who these are, because in all our efforts to kill the poaching, we are able to arrest the smaller guy and maybe two other levels of middlemen. But when you go up the ladder, we have not been able to get to the real guys.
The conservation efforts have since been complicated by big demand for game trophies in Asia and the Middle East, where there is ready market.
We need to sensitize the Chinese market, the Vietnamese market, the Thailand market, because those are the buyers. They need to know that for the ivory pieces that they are wearing, an elephant died somewhere. It was killed. And sometimes in the process, alongside that elephant, a ranger or even a poacher leaving behind destitute children.
KWS too is being blamed for having some rot within its rank, with those entrusted to protecting the animals aiding poachers, but this Mbugua says the institution has done a lot to monitor its officers.
The rangers are human beings. Occasionally they get involved in aspects of poaching. But as an organization, Kenya Wildlife Service has the ability and the capacity to detect, to investigate, and to take action on errant stuff.
And with the poachers too going into sophistication, Kenya must now up its game to protect its animals at a time the UN report indicates that poaching is now parallel to drug trafficking, raking in $9 billion annually. The idea that our grandchildren may never be able to see an elephant or a rhino except in a picture book should be reason enough, the Kenya Wildlife Service says, for every Kenyan to join in on the concerted efforts to ensure a future for this endangered species. Lusanji Begisen, Channel 1 Weekend.